Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today, what I have for you guys in this GTA 5 Online video is Rockstar's new GTA Online weekly update that they just dropped this morning. And featured in this update are our usual money bonuses, big discounts, and more. But we have some excellent rare and removed and limited time vehicles that I think you should take advantage of. We'll be discussing the discounts, some of the money bonuses, because compared to the past couple weeks, and especially the past couple months overall, we've had some consistently good bonuses. This week, not so much. But I think the highlights lay in some of the rare and removed vehicles you can get for a limited time, one of which you can see that the game is focused on right now. This is a vehicle that we're going to be talking about along with many more. We're going to talk about the performance, cost, where you can buy it, customization, what it's like to drive it and be an owner of it, and a lot more. We're just going to be going over the most major and largest changes of this week in GTA Online. So with that being said, let's get started. I think this is probably one of the more unique ways I could start off a video, because when was the last time you guys have visited your yacht in GTA Online? We're going to jump into the money bonuses right now. First of all, the Super Yacht Life missions are paying out double money and double RP. Now, these are actually already buffed from their original payout values with the bottom dollar bounties update. That's when Rockstar actually increase the payouts. They used to pay out probably $25,000 per mission, and that would take you about 7 to 7.5 minutes. Big asterisk there. Results may vary with your time spent on the missions, whether you find them super challenging or easy to speedrun or whatever. So they already had double money, so they were paying out about $50,000. After that, now they're 2 times buffed for the weekly update with the double money with that. So 4 times original payout. You're making about $100,000 per mission. That can be anywhere from $400,000 to $750,000, $800,000 an hour right there, depending on how quick you're moving through this content and things like that. In order to take part in these missions, you need to own a super yacht. And obviously, is it worth buying a super yacht for this week to play, just to play the missions because you're going to make your money back so fast or anything? No, I'm not telling anyone to buy it. That being said, if you already own one, they could be worth trying, because also the weekly challenge for this week, just completing 3 Super Yacht Life contact missions, you will receive $100,000 from there. So that's pretty cool for the weekly challenge. We also have triple money and RP on the taxi work. That's a $450,000 an hour business this week, because those were also triple buffed last year as well with the summer update. So they had original payout values. Rockstar just blanket increased the payouts by 3 times, and that allowed you to earn extra money. But now that 3 times payout is tripled for this week, so you're getting paid out 9 times original value, and that will bring your total payouts, depending on the amount of fares you do and things like that, to $450,000 an hour. Like, for example, I could do 10 fares to first max out my fare payout, and that'll be $120,000, and then after that you can earn about $150,000 driving people around in a taxi cab. And like I said, $150,000 in only about 20 minutes. So multiply that 20-minute $150,000 payout by 3. That's a $450,000 payout, like, money per hour rate, which is really good. We also have double money and double RP on Shipwrecks in the game this week, and the Tiny Racers adversary mode. We're going to go into detail on the discounts next, but I would say if you want to try out these yacht missions and you don't own a yacht, I mean, it's up to you if you actually want to buy the yacht or not. Many players will say no. I also don't think it's actually worth the money. That being said, if you have nothing else to spend your money on, this is, of course, a really cool flex, and who doesn't want to own a super yacht in this game? I mean, look at the view we got over here, man. And sort of related to the shipwrecks that are double money and double RP this week here in GTA Online. If you go through some of the shipwrecks, you collect them across the open world, you can use the GTAweb.eu map. I'll have that link down in the description below. That'll showcase to you the updated real-time location of the shipwrecks every single day. But you collect enough of the outfit scraps with the shipwrecks, and you will unlock this outfit. This is the Frontier outfit. A lot of players just think this was an outfit added to GTA, but this was actually featured in Red Dead Online with Outlaw Pass 2, and with the Tricorn hat, it's one of the most sought after limited time outfits that we ever received. And it's cool that Rockstar actually brought this to GTA Online. So if you want some Red Dead aesthetics and Red Dead vibes in GTA, definitely collect some shipwrecks this week. I'm almost certain I'm gonna get flack in the comments for even just speaking somewhat positively about the super yacht and me just not trashing it for absolutely no reason. I mean, obviously it's a huge waste of money. It's a huge purchase no matter what, but it is discounted this week actually by a pretty significant margin. All Galaxy super yachts here in GTA Online are going to be 40% off this week. Not only that, but the super yacht modifications as well are also going to be 40% off. Now, I own the most expensive one, so I can't showcase to you guys the purchase price, price and things like that. But you could see the other ones if you wanted to buy them. You could see the prices, the discounts, etc., and all the different modifications that you can make to your own super yacht here. You could see, so you can outfit it with gold fittings, chrome fittings, things like that. There's a whole bunch of different options you can change. The lighting styles, make them more elegant, things like that. I mean, there's just so many different upgrades you can make to your super yacht. You can change the color scheme. I may actually change mine over to something a little bit more like this. I don't know, I just went with the white and blue, but either way, you could change your flag, you can name it. I name mine better than Bezos, things like that. The super yacht is 40% off this week. Next, we have to talk about some vehicles. And I mean, if you are planning on grinding the super yacht missions, you actually can make your money back this week if you are getting the yacht for 40% off. It will take you a while, but it is something you could do. Obviously, there are better money-making methods in the game, but will people even hear the nuance in what I'm saying, or will they just dislike the video because I'm saying that I'm gonna try out the super yacht missions this week and make a money guide on them? Probably not. So all right, let's jump into all our vehicle discounts. The Anis Urus is on sale. Everything is going to be 40% off. So the Urus you can get for $810,000 on Legendary Motorsport. The Vapid Flash GT you can get for $1,005,000 on Legendary Motorsport. The Overflod Autarch or Autarch, it is worth purchasing. You can get it for $1,173,000 on Legendary Motorsport. The Gallivanter Baller ST. This is probably one of my favorite ballers in the game, and this one, of course, 40% off. You can get it for 400 grand off of Legendary Motorsport in the 4-door section. The BF Weevil, which on its own isn't really worth the 500k or 391k with the trade price, but I would recommend you get it because you can turn this at Benny's into the BF Weevil Custom, which makes it one of the fastest muscle cars in the game in terms of straight line speed. I think top speed, this thing can go like 152 miles an hour or something crazy. No HSW upgrades, yet in a straight line that will keep up with a few HSW vehicles. So that is just absolutely nuts right there. The Declassy Drift Yosemite is on sale. You can get it for 785 grand or 588,000 with the trade price. The Declassy Hot Ring Saber is also another vehicle you can get for 500 grand or 373k with the trade price. And then the only other vehicle on discount is a go-kart, which is just cool, but is it worth $1 million or 600k this week? That's up to you. 40% off the Dinka Vito Modern here. Here we are at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport for the week, so let's check out the vehicles that we have on offer. I'm going to start off on the left side. This is the vehicle that I was using at the beginning of today's video, the beautiful and legendary Grotti Cheetah here in GTA. This is an OG supercar. It was acclaimed for, one, its excellent acceleration, but also its really good top speed. It's got incredible performance overall. It does have bad crash resilience, like it'll suffer rapid damage even if you just like bump into a vehicle at a traffic light or something, but it's got a great design. It's inspired by our Ferrari Enzo, but it's also kind of like an older vehicle in GTA Online, so Rockstar didn't copy the Enzo one for one. That being said, it does have some elements of even like a Pagani Zonda in this game, but either way, it's just a beautiful supercar. If you do want to pick it up, it's worth it. It is going to run you $650,000. This is one of the first supercars that players want to obtain in this game, among two others, one of which we're going to talk about in just a little bit, and you could probably see it over there. But this here is the Grotti GT500. It's a sports classics vehicle. It's got amazing handling, super stylish design in my opinion. It's a great beginner's vehicle because it's responsive. It's got, I guess, like, what, elegant driving, you could say. It's not going to lead the pack in terms of acceleration or top speed, but it's got good control on all sorts of terrain, and I would say it's a favorite choice for players who value aesthetics rather than just pure performance. That being said, does it have a beginner price tag? No, it is $810,000, but it's just easy to drive is the point I'm trying to make with the GT500. Next, the Overflod Entity XF. Besides the Grotti Cheetah, the Entity XF was another supercar that players wanted to obtain. Same with the Truffati Adder. These were the three horsemen of the apocalypse basically at the beginning of GTA. This is another legendary supercar from the original lineup of GTA when it released. You get top class acceleration, super fast top speed of 125 miles an hour. It's highly competitive even today amongst newer vehicles. It's got great handling, super good grip, very responsive steering, and like I said, it's still a top choice for races and high speed urban driving. I mean, there are cars that are faster and better and things like that, but this is an OG vehicle and it still hangs with the newer supercars of today. The only downside, I guess, if I had to give it something, is you basically have no customization. You could change the wheels, window tints, put a spoiler on here, things like that, but you can't really change the look of the car at all. If you do want to pick it up, it's going to run you $795,000. It is worth every single penny. Next up, this Weenie Dynasty. Really cool psychedelic livery. It's almost like, wow, this is a little bit more than psychedelic. This is like you're going into a new universe with a DMT trip. But either way, the Dynasty in GTA offers, I would just say, not a great experience in terms of driving, lackluster acceleration, you know, lacking in the top speed department. You get decent handling, but any car that goes this slow would have decent handling. Good enough brakes. It's okay on bumpy roads, but it's not really an off-road vehicle, obviously, because it will run into traction issues. And if you do want to buy it, it's going to run you $475,000. I think that's a total waste of money. Don't buy it. Next up, this is the Anus Super Diamond. It's inspired by the Rolls-Royce Phantom, which is kind of cool. Average top speed, modest acceleration, very, very long wheelbase. I mean, look at this thing. Super, super heavy. It's dense. It's got a lot of mass. It's sluggish in the handling department. Got a little bit of understeer, but it's robust. And so if you crash, you're just going to maintain that momentum, and that's really cool. And it also doesn't get like dinged up. Like, it has good crash resilience as well. And so if you do want to pick it up for that reason, it's going to run you $250,000 this week. At the LS Car Meet, some of your test drive vehicles that are featured back into the game for a limited time this week consist of the following. So let's start off with probably my favorite for this week. This is the Canis Seminole Frontier, and you can see they have like the rusted out army spray paint camo livery on this thing. Not the nicest looking Jeep, but usually if you put like a nice red paint job, like one of those older late 90s Cherokees or something, you're going to be good to go. This is a very dependable SUV. Outstanding off-road capabilities, super high durability, modest top speed of only 100 miles an hour, and also this features a 4-speed gearbox, so it's not going to be like a lot of the 5-speed cars in this game, but it is inspired by that second-gen Jeep Cherokee, so it's great for rock crawling. You get exceptional stability on all sorts of rugged terrains. It's just a solid choice if you like taking vehicles off-road. It doesn't have the highest ground clearance in the game for like an off-road vehicle, as you can see. I'm trying to like show you guys how high the axle is off the ground. It's not crazy, but at least you don't have like a low sagging diff from, you know, one of the trucks or something like that kind of getting in the way. It looks like you got like steering stabilizers on here stock. So that's awesome. This is definitely worth a purchase. If you would like to pick it up, it is going to run you $678,000. Next up, this is the Dubachi JB700. Now, it does have these front-mounted machine guns, but it's not the JB700W, so it's not actually weaponized. This is just a classic sports car, decent acceleration, really good top speed. It's stable, it's lightweight, low profile. Obviously, it's inspired by the Aston Martin DB5, so straight out of James Bond and things like that. It excels in crash resilience. It's pretty good at drifting, and I think it's just a stylish choice of a vehicle that you should have in this game. That being said, if you do want to pick it up because it is limited time, $350,000 is the purchase price. And then we have the Invitero Coquette Blackfin. Between this and the Coquette D1 that was added with bottom dollar bounties, I prefer the Blackfin. It's got a beautiful V8 engine and exhaust note. You get awesome acceleration, reliable top speed, excellent handling as well. So you're more than capable of handling any type of corner, turn, all that type of stuff. It's kind of based on like a 1956 and 1957 or even 1961 and 62 Chevy Corvette, or even Nash Healey or Austin Healey 3000, and I think that's what makes this car kind of worth buying and collecting here in this game, especially at a purchase price of $695,000. At the Diamond Casino and Resort, this week your Lucky Wheel podium vehicle is the Vapid GB200, which we have not seen either as the podium vehicle for quite a bit of time, but also just as a vehicle that's featured that you can get cheaper on discount, or for this week for free for $0 if you get lucky winning it. This is a really cool rally style sort of race car. It's good in those off-road situations. Obviously, you get really quick bursts of speed. You can overcome obstacles, opponents, all that stuff. Top speed is only going to be 114 miles an hour, which I'd say is good enough for a sports car that's actually having an off-road focus in this game. It's not going to be the fastest sports car on the street, obviously, but it can absolutely hold its own in off-road races. Got all-wheel drive, great suspension, super good and responsive steering, great stability in corners, things like that. I mean, the fact that you can win it for free this week, that's what I love about it, because it would be worth purchasing. So that being said, if you want to get your very own and you get lucky, spin that lucky wheel, and that's what we're going to do today. We do this every single Thursday and Tuesday. Let's see the vibe, because we did win a podium vehicle maybe last week, and then the time before that was back in February, so it's been quite a minute. We're getting 2,500 RP today. Also, don't forget about your visitor chips. At the LS Car Meet, your prize ride for this week is this beautiful Dubachi Spectre right here. Now, this is an excellent car, awesome acceleration, super powerful engine, very competitive in races, top speed's only adequate. It's not going to be the absolute fastest in its class and category, but on long straightaways, it does pull very hard. But I would say the strengths of this car lay in the handling as well as the agility, because it's excellent for taking corners at the absolute highest speeds. You're not going to spin out or anything. And in order to unlock this vehicle for $0, it's absolute cheese this week. Look at this. Just win one LS Car Meet Series race and you get the Dubocci Spectre for $0. I'm not sure why anyone wouldn't want a $600,000 car for free, but you should definitely do this week. If you're an owner of the Salvage Yard, at the Salvage Yard this week, our vehicle robberies are pretty cool. Good actual robberies themselves with great vehicles. Unfortunately, though, none of them are claimable, but nonetheless, we'll just go over them. The DeClassy Mamba, this is the standard range vehicle for the week. You could see it's featured in the Duggan robbery. Then we have two top range vehicles, and you could see that by the sale values. So the first one is the Grotti Furia, featured in the cargo ship robbery, and then we have the Pegassi Zaruso top range vehicle, also featured in the Gangbanger robbery for this week in GTA. The location of the gun van today, at least, if you guys are watching on Thursday, May the 22nd of 2025, you can see we're over here in the parking garage in Little Seoul. And when it comes to the gun van stock and selection for this week, we have even more good opportunities just like last week. So starting off, the tactical SMG, this is a gun van exclusive weapon featured here this week. Definitely pick it up if you have not already. Definitely a great replacement or alternative to the normal micro SMG. The compact EMP launcher is featured here. This is actually going to be 30% off for all players in the game this week. By the way, if you have a GTA Plus subscription and membership, this TAC SMG is going to be 40% off for you. The stun guns featured here, the heavy sniper as well as the minigun, and the nightstick. The heavy sniper is just the normal Mark 1 variant, so if you have a weapons workshop, you can upgrade it to Mark 2 and put in explosive rounds and give yourself, you know, not the railgun, but a version that's similar and just as useful for taking down aircraft. But the heavy sniper Mark 1 plus the minigun, these are two items and weapons at the gun van that are completely free this week if you don't already own them. So at least if you're not going to play the game because the bonuses aren't that good, or you don't like the discounts, or they're rare and remove vehicles, pick up these two free weapons if you have not already. With all that out of the way and being said, we are going to be wrapping things up right here. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure if you guys did go on to enjoy, or if you just found the video and information and news, tips, and tricks helpful, make sure you drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new and you want to see more GTA Online content like this. Of course, feel free to check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, but specifically twitch.tv/HazardOusHDTV, since I live stream GTA Online there several times throughout the week. So if you want to get involved with the live stream community, get involved with playing with me, grind some money in GTA, all that type of stuff, feel free to do so. Also check out my YouTube shorts and TikToks for daily short form rapid fire tips, tricks, news, updates, tutorials, things like that, if you want more content than just the dedicated long form. All right guys, have a great day. I'll see you guys in the money guide tomorrow. Adios amigos.